Hi, welcome to my circuit guide, as if you couldn't tell by the title of the video. Now, you may notice that I'm in a normal room with the floor just copied. I am too poor to get an actual camera, so unfortunately I'll just be using a mirror. Now, in this tutorial I'll be showing you like execution, non-execution, and how to make like simple cookie clicker and stuff like that. It's gonna be somewhat of a longer video, but hopefully this guide will help you out. Now I am in the latest version of Rec Room where we have full bodies when these were just announced. So this might be a little outdated from when you are watching it. So first we gotta learn about some of the more basic chips, like add, I think and? No, that's Boolean. Boolean. We'll be getting into different things, but some more popular ones are like add, absolute value, echoes? No, that's data. Add, delay, no. Ah, yes, here we go. Equals. These are some of the more popular ones that are non-execution. Now, as we saw earlier, there were some that had these red ports, like the delay, event receiver, and if. Those are some of the more popular ones for games. Now, what do they mean? Well, I probably shouldn't have deleted that one. Well, let me show you. So as you'll know, these are different. They have the red. This one has a white. Well, this is because you'll see it is, you'll see that these are exec, or short for execution. And these, we'll call them non-execution. Sorry, BVR. I'm kind of stealing your name, but it's a really good example. Watch BVR's video. Circuits don't load in a room for some reason. I don't know, with the mirrors. So, what do they mean? Well, these are always running. These need a signal. So, you know, if I were to hook a button up to this, it would send its thing, which an if is like, if a player owns the room key, then he will get the weapon, you know? So that's what that's for. Now, to show you something a little simpler, let's make a simple cookie clicker. Whoa, 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 I need to freeze that. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Now, int. Now, you might be thinking, well, what's an integer? Integer are numbers. Like I said earlier, there are data types. So, add's not one of them, sorry. Echoes, which is float. There's more. Oh, if. We just mentioned this one. And the string. Now, what do these four mean? Well, if, or this, mainly, If you see anything with the red, not this, but this is Boolean. And Booleen's actually really simple. You could probably get it with just hearing it instantly. It's just true or false. That's all it is. Now, or int. Let's go from up and down. Yeah. So string is actually just letters. String is just letters and numbers. Well, but what are these two for? Numbers as well. You see, there's two different types of numbers in this. There's the letter numbers, which don't mean anything and can't do anything with a cookie clicker except turn the numbers turn the integer to numbers so you can put it through a text to show you. Anyways, integers are whole numbers. So these will go 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. Floats are pretty much an integer, except you get to work with decimals. So these two are similar. So if I wanted to make a cookie clicker, we'd take an integer or an int variable. We'd get a button. So let's get a button. And we just boop. Now int variable, what you're gonna want to do here is grab oh yes, we're gonna need a toString at some point. We're also gonna need an add. Yippee! Just in the math tab. Now, as far as I can remember, these are the only 4 you're gonna need. So, this is set to this. And then we're gonna need, oh yeah, we're gonna need one more thing, sorry. Okay, so here's pretty much what this line of code is saying. When button is pressed, it will send a signal to it will let the add chip go in and add a number. Once the number has been put in, it'll transform that number into string, and then that string gets sent to this, and then once this is done, that will happen, and the target is lab. So it's pretty much saying when this gets a number from this, put it into string, and turn this into whatever that number says. So, boom, you have your cookie clicker, or your clicker game. Now, as far as I know, I don't know how to make it subtract a number. But, here's a little more circuits. Let's say you want someone to earn an integer. So let's say you want someone to earn an so let's say you want to have someone earn this amount, and you want someone to earn this amount. You want someone to earn this amount of integers within this time. Well, in that case, you're going to need to do a little more advanced circuits. But don't worry, it's actually not that hard. Although you're going to need a couple circuits, it's really not. Everyone thinks circuits is hard. but it's not. It's actually kind of easy. Although sometimes it looks like it's really hard, it's really not. And, I may not be, the best at circuits, but I can at least make a video about it saying, here's what I know, build off it. You know? Oh. Now we need to configure this into something else. Which was, let's say, update 30 hertz. Don't do that because that'll crash your game. I'm only doing it for a split second and then changing it. But that will make it to where you're constantly earning an integer. Looking for the ints. Here's an int variable. Okay, so. Or maybe it won't crash your game. But it might make it pretty laggy. So. So that's gonna constantly go up. Yeah. So, maybe you want, this would be a pretty good time for, this would be a pretty good time counter. This would be pretty good time, actually. But yeah, that's gonna constantly go up. Yippee! But let's say you want them to earn it every few seconds. Well, that's a little easier. You just want to add a delay chip to the thing. Now, it'll stop for now. But let's say you want it to go 5 seconds each time. So let's say you want them to wait 5 seconds after delay. And then. So you're going to need some sort of start. Oh, wait, this won't work. I thought I knew what I was doing. Maybe, sorry. Room reset. Whoopsie, so you're gonna need some kind of start. So pretty much you get what I'm saying. This will work, except you kind of just need something to start it. So please take my word for this. Screenshot it if you will. I'll give you a second. But pretty much what this is saying, let's say this delay was infinitely running, which it won't do unless you have something like that thing I had right here. Because that's gonna make sure it loads. Because the room is already loaded, it won't work. But there's kind of like an example for you of what an integer is. Now, that look. Anyways, Anyways, as I was saying, things like that is how that's gonna work. If you want something different, I'm not sure what I can think of off the top of my head, except maybe you want to make your own custom melee weapons. Melee weapons are gonna be a bit different, but they're also gonna be pretty simple. Now, all you're gonna need for that is you're gonna need a let's see. You're gonna need a trigger volume. So let's just get that there. Boom. Now, you're also gonna need a right get forward vector. Get forward vector. And a add velocity. Or wait, sorry, velocity add. Okay. So let's get this up here. Okay, this will work. So, boom, 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 boom. So all this is doing is when a player enters, you're gonna add it, and then the vector is gonna make sure that they're getting their velocity from the right place. So in turn, it'll do this. Now, see? When you touch it, boom. This would be a really good, like, trampoline / gorilla tag thing. Or, like, you want to do trampolines, but it would also be good trying it on the floor. Let's actually see if trying it on the floor works. So no, that won't work. But it was good trying. So that's what that's saying. You should do this, do that, boom, you're good to go. So that's maybe you know, you might want to make something different. Like have a monster chase you. I'm not that good yet. You might see a horror game from me soon, like Choo Choo Charles. I might make that again. I might try that again. It did get pretty popular, but if you want to see me do that again, try it. Or yeah, if you want me to make Choo Choo Charles again, I want at least 150 subscribers for me to retry Choo Choo Charles. Anyways, so that's all for this video. We're gonna end this video here. Hopefully you had a good time and you learned from that. Bye bye.